Did you know that one of the 12 Kizuki actually appeared in a completely different manga? Or that one upper-ranked demon killed a leader of the Demon Slayer Corps? Well, today I'm going to show you 42 amazing secrets about the 12 Kizuki that most fans don't know, so stick around, because some of these will blow your mind. Let's start with Akaza. He is the only Kizuki who never truly respected Muzan. To him, Muzan was just a boss who gave orders, nothing more. But here's the twist. Even though he didn't admire Muzan, Akaza was still the most loyal demon among the Kizuki. In fact, he only complained once, and that was when Doma was promoted to upper rank 2. Even as a demon, Akaza was still influenced by the girl he loved as a human, Koyuki. His compass needle technique looks like a snowflake because Koyuki wore snowflake-shaped hairpins, and her name even has the kanji for snow. Most of his attack names are also based on fireworks because he and Koyuki once went to see fireworks together, the same night they got engaged. Akaza's love for Koyuki was so deep that he refused to kill women, and Muzan even gave him special permission to follow this rule. Akaza is also the only upper rank who doesn't use a weapon. He fights with his bare hands. That's why he doesn't have the sharp, long nails like most other demons. Remember the demon with the drums? His name was Kyogai, and he was once lower rank 6. He's the only lower rank whose number was carved on his right eye instead of his left. His blood demon art is actually very similar to the new upper rank 4, Nakimi. Both of them use musical instruments to control structures and rooms. Speaking of Nakimi, she's the only upper rank who doesn't have official names for her techniques. She just plays her biwa and changes the structure instantly. Even when she was human, she was a biwa player and performed on stage. But one night, after her husband stole her kimono and gambled it away, she got so angry that she killed him with a hammer. Scary, right? Here's another fun fact. In the English release of Volume 12, Nakim's name was wrongly translated as Nasim. Rumor has it she's still searching for that translator with a hammer in hand. Now let's talk about Rui, the spider demon. Many people don't realize that Rui was much stronger than he seemed. The second fanbook says Rui's real strength was equal to lower rank 1 or 2, but he never cared about moving up. He lost to Ju easily because he weakened himself by sharing Muzan's blood with his spider family. The same fanbook also reveals Rui's hobby, Cat's Cradle, the game where you make patterns with string, pretty fitting for a spider demon. Rui is also one of the few demons along with Gyutaro and Keigaku who kept their human names even after becoming demons. Before we move on, do me a quick favor. We're working super hard to reach 100k subscribers this year and grab that silver play button. So if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. Okay, now on to Keigaku. Even though he used thunder breathing, he never mastered the first form. If you watch closely when Zenitsu performs it, you'll notice Keigaku never got the technique right. This might be because he carried his sword sheath on his back instead of his waist. Keigaku was also given a kimono by his teacher, Jigoro Kuwajima, but he never wore it even once. No wonder he's such a disliked character. His necklace and bracelets were originally yellow, symbolizing enlightenment and goodness, but after becoming a demon they turned blue, which symbolizes darkness and evil. Keigaku was only the second demon slayer to become a demon. The first was Kokushibo, and he was actually the one who turned Keigaku. Kokushibo himself has been challenged 3 times for his upper rank 1 position and defeated every opponent including Akaza. Normally Kokushibo would eat demons he beat, but he spared Akaza because he enjoyed their fight. Kokushibo may have hurt the Demon Slayer Corps even more than Muzan. He once killed a Corps leader, which forced future leaders to hide their identities and led to the creation of the Kakushi for extra protection. Muzan even saw Kokushibo as more of a business partner than a servant because of his power and loyalty. But if there's one demon Muzan can't stand, it's Doma. Doma doesn't take anything seriously, feels no emotions, and even jokes with Muzan. The only reason Muzan keeps him around is because he's so powerful. All the other Kizuki hate Doma too, especially Akaza, since Doma loves eating women, something Akaza despises. In fact, when Doma first appeared, the kanji in his eyes showed 6 instead of 2 because back then he was only upper rank 6. It took him years to reach upper rank 2. Remember when Muzan killed the lower moons? One of them was Rikuro. His name even includes a kanji that sounds like 6, which foreshadowed his fate as the 6th lower-ranked demon to die. Enmu single quotes S name also reflects his powers. En means nightmare, and Mu means dream. Even as a human, Enmu couldn't tell dreams from reality. He pretended to be a doctor and tricked patients with fake treatments like hypnosis, sometimes telling dying people they were perfectly fine. Daki's powers were inspired by Japanese folklore. Her long, stretching neck comes from a yokai called the Rokurokubi, and her flying obi slashes are like the Itanmomen, a cloth yokai that wraps around victims. Daki's human name was Yume, but sadly, she was named after the disease that killed her mother, syphilis. The kanji for Yume is another reading of the word for the illness. Her brother Gyutaro likely suffered from congenital syphilis, which explains his deformed body and skin blotches. Despite being the weakest upper rank, Muzan actually liked Gyutaro a lot for his greed and cruelty. Gyutaro and Daki's bond mirrors Tanjiro and Nezuko's. Just like Tanjiro carried Nezuko, Gyutaro carried Daki after she was burned alive. And both siblings met their saviors. Tanjiro and Nezuko met Ju, while Gyutaro and Daki met Dome. Another cool fact, Gyutaro and Daki together represent a blue moon. Normally, there are 12 full moons a year, but sometimes there's a rare 13th moon. Since they both shared upper rank 6, there were technically 13 Kizuki at the beginning of the story. Gyako, the pot demon, is one of Muzan's favorites because he brings in money by selling his pots. But Muzan doesn't really like Hantengu, who he says is annoying and unbearable. When Hantengu was human, he pretended to be blind after bumping into a scary man. People pitied him, so he kept faking blindness while stealing and committing crimes. He lied so much about his name, age, and life that he forgot what was real. He had multiple wives and kids, but whenever someone accused him of lying, he'd kill them all and start again with new victims. And here's something wild. Hantengu actually made a cameo in another manga. He appears in chapter 9 of Witch Watch. Yep, seeing him in a romantic comedy is something I never expected. Now that you know all these hidden secrets of the 12 Kizuki, make sure to check out my video on 48 secrets about the Hashira. You don't want to miss it.